Welcome everyone to the New Standard Living Podcast. My name is Mark Leach. I'll be your host. This episode is brought to you by newstandardliving.com. That was newstandardliving.com. Your one-stop shop for gardening, water purification, food and supplements, yoga and fitness supplies, knowledge beyond anything, which is everything, and a bunch of services that I'd like to offer. And this episode is also brought to you by Primal Vitamin Water, your fruit and herb alkaline water. Currently with a Kickstarter at kickstarter.com. You can look it up. Find Primal Vitamin Water. And also the band Stick Figure, currently playing. Hope everyone's having a good night tonight. I've never done this before, so please forgive me. I just hear a lot of people do podcasts and thought, fuck it, might as well do my own. I've been trying to start, getting out of the 9 to 5 and taking some risks and, just making it happen. So thought I'd make this happen as well. And since I've never done it, I thought I would just do it with some music in the background. For sure know that it can be taken down, so I don't even know where I'm gonna post this, where it's not gonna get taken down. But anyway, it's 5 songs, and I thought I would just talk over about new standard living and the dream and where it came from, I guess. Just grew up just around, I guess, like a classy hippie and a really religious military guy. And they're great, my parents. They preach up in Oregon at a church and they run it, and just kind of like grew up going to church a lot. And just like seeing a lot of community things and going to public schools and learn about all that stuff. So but yeah, it's I just listen to like a lot of Joe Rogan and Tim Ferriss and Aubrey Marcus and just like the best out there that like totally trying to help people succeed and chase their dreams and make it happen for our communities to thrive. And also like art, like their respect for like music, and just trying to find like that flow state that is like stretched across like sports and just getting into something like music and just getting into the flow of the moment and romance, like all of it. It's like it's pretty cool. It's cool that they like try and help other people get there. So yeah, like I thought of New Standard Living a long time ago when what was it? Like just listening to Joe Rogan and like listening to like him talk to like Dr. Rhonda Patrick, and I would just like hear them like when I was in high school, and just like hear them just talk about like there needs to be like this new standard of living, and you know, like Joe Rogan is like pretty much hang on just a second. Sorry, I had to figure something out. But yeah, anyway, so like Joe Rogan, you know, he owns part of Onnit, which is all about like total human optimization, and like, you know, it being like I don't know, like as like a younger guy, I guess, you know, it's like a company that's like pretty transparent in like how they do everything, and like you can trust them like that. At least that's what like I grew up, you know, I grew into, and you know, it's just at least like for a guy who needed like, you know, a man's man kind of thing in their life, like it's like a cool movement they got going on. But so, you know, they took it as far as, you know, optimization and stuff, and like, you know, you just kind of wish that like all of the companies out there, like, or at least all like the coolest ones like that, like got together, you know, and made like a community program kind of like company. So anyway, that's where it came from, you know. And so it's just like, you know, hopefully gonna grow into like a pay it forward project where, you know, it like reaches out and like gives jobs and stuff, you know, with the gardening and, you know, like community gardening and helping people do it at their own house and stuff. You know, like I'm still like living paycheck to paycheck, but you know, it's just like you can still make things happen, you know, like you can take like little risks and invest in yourself and like smaller dreams, you know, like new standard living is like the bigger dream. But you know, I've been doing Primal vitamin water, where it's, you know, just like, you know, you would see it at, you know, weddings and, you know, just community events, church stuff. Like, yeah, you just see like people soaking water and fruit and like, you know, you just see it everywhere. And you know, I just hung out with like a bunch of hippies, and they would do that kind of stuff, and I would just like wish they would just do something legit, you know. And I just keep, I don't know, you know, like I'm cleaning pools, and you know, sometimes it's like you'll just like want to talk to somebody, and like you'll have like those cool customers, you know, that, you know, you're like beyond the surface, and you know, you can like open up, you know, if you do it right. Like not too crazy, but yeah, you know, like where they can see eye to eye, or where they can like sharpen, you know, stuff. Like, you know, we're just living where there's so much information like thrown at us, and man, it just doesn't seem like people I don't know, like talk about like how it's like sensitive, I guess you can like people are, you know, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's like I get, you know, like taking care of yourself and like, you know, you know, becoming your own like man's man, like in your own way, and you know, obviously like work on being physically together as best as possible, like, you know, so you're like, you know, attractive like to yourself, and so you can attract, you know, like, you know, like romance and you can take care of them like physically, your family and stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's just like, yeah, dude, stick figure, love this, this music, man. It's like, gotta do this with like some reggae every time, some Hyrie on here, some Revolution. Dope. Anyway, but yeah, I've never done this, so just please forgive me if you're into this. Yeah, anyway, we just gotta have something like New Standard Living out there, like some kind of like program or club that everybody can sign up for, and it'll like, especially if you can invest into it way ahead of time, like it'll like take care of you, like it'll be like teamed up with like housing communities and kind of like a little too utopian for people, but it's like, you just gotta like grab onto like what are the keys to success, and just like chase them hardcore, like why isn't solar everywhere, like it's like a cool thing, a cool and popular thing going on, and oh my god, like like when there's like Teslas, I know it's like, I do appreciate engines and like like the power of gas powered vehicles, but god, man, like Teslas are so cool to me. I sound like such a dork, especially, yeah, it's like like you gotta like stick your neck out and do what you want to do, or what makes you feel free. And like just the fact that somebody launched a Tesla out into space. Oh my god, that's so funny. Like, man, how free are we? I mean, god, I was gonna go to Mars, but overshot it. Going to the asteroid belt. It's so cool, like, it's totally like the middle finger to the man, like, I'm gonna do my own thing. I don't need permission from y'all. Anyway, man, can't wait to have that Tesla. My brother has a Tesla, so dope. I went over on my birthday. We had like a little get together, and I hadn't seen it yet. I had never like seen one really in person other than driving by, let alone like sit in one. And yeah, just like we sat there for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and dude, we were just like, oh man, I was just like sparking, like, man, dude, this is the future, like this is so legit. So legit that like you just got hope, like especially like with like mass trauma happening, something like 9/11, or like all the things that like get mass broadcasted that are like totally, like taken so to heart, and then I mean, like 9/11 was like a little different. It was like, it wasn't even like HD, like video. It was like still like kind of crappy video, and probably like the end of a time where like everything is gonna be broadcasted. Like, I don't know, like as the same. I guess it wasn't like the same thing like a presidential broadcast, but it sure was like on every channel. And like, you imagine like just what kind of like ripple effect it would just have. So anyway, yeah, like it's just cool. Just cool, like when things like, yeah, just they make it seem like things like are stacked up so much. Like how many freaking wars like are we in? And it's like we all don't even feel it, like we like our pockets feel it, but like we've been at war for over half of my life. Yeah, like half my life. And oh yeah, over half my life. Jeez. And friggin' yeah, like why, like, yeah, anyway, so yeah, so that's where it's coming from. That's where New Standard Living's come from. This was like, we're past like this, we're on a tipping point towards like better times, and anyway, so yeah, go ahead, launch a Tesla up into space. It gives me hope. Like, oh yeah, kill me for that. Anyway, but yeah, like, so yeah, but Primal vitamin water, we're gonna hopefully be like catering places and doing things legit, going to the beach in our truck cart thing, and yeah, exactly, like setting up a booth places. It's gonna be fun. My nephew's been helping me with like labeling and stuff, and yeah, it's like, there's it's just organization. Like if you want to like put together something, like I listen to like comedians and just like a bunch of people who are like, stamps.com, they're all sponsored by like, LegalZoom, like things that like help you, become legit. And also like from like pretty futuristic style companies, like Onnit, they're one of them. Like they're not like doing like a bunch of storefronts, they're doing it like online, teaming up with like Whole Foods and like that, so like I wanted to do like my own kind of like thing that Whole Foods did, even though like New Standard Living, like the storefront, dream of it, which wouldn't necessarily be a store just like in a mall. It would be like completely intact with like the community gardens that it's running, and like the just like the produce and stuff like where it's all happening, and like the work programs and stuff. So like there'd be like, a store with like where you can order food, or you can bank the veggies that you're growing, like if you're not going to use them, like we'll owe you those veggies, that weight in it. So stuff like that. So it just wouldn't be a storefront, but like the online aspect of it would be like just like a one-stop shop for like knowing everything goes into your body, like a pretty much like a pop-up book of everything we should have been taught, or that we should be provided, like so many of the top professionals and stuff, like they all like will use these specific things, or it's just like it's like there's some things that all of the most like I don't know like successful people out there do and use, and it's like why don't you like put like a legit like these stuff are like the best stuff, I guess. Like I don't know, like you would imagine like the government would do something like that, like pink Himalayan salt, like it is so legit because of like this, or anyway, it's hard to describe, but it's kind of like a one-stop shop, like a pop-up book of like nutrition. Like this is like what is going into everything, and instead of like a totally overwhelming like website where it's like there's so many like links and options and stuff, like it's just like so much reading just the options. It'd be like a growth thing, and especially like the learning centers, like if you go to newstandardliving.com, you'll go to the shop, like that's like everything that would be sold, and like everything, not everything yet, but like the services, like there's so much services that I would like to offer, like meal prep services where people can, like if they pay together, like it'll be cheaper and stuff, and like a medicinal yoga service online where you can, like while you're taking your medication for specific things, you can also do like yoga poses specifically meant to like balance the body. It's kind of like you're like a knee problem, like your knees like not really popping into place all the time anymore, and so if you work out everything around the knee, like the knee like will fix itself. So it's kind of like that. So instead of just like lean, how we're all lean, our country or whatever are leaning on pills and stuff, it's like supplement it with just kind of breathing the right way into your body, like just like exactly. Anyway, but just so it's a big thing, but it's been a thing since like freaking high school, and so but if you're gonna check it out, check out newstandardliving.com. Primal vitamin water on Kickstarter. It has nothing funded yet and it ends on March 27th, so just if you want to check it out, check everything out on Instagram. Straight up New Standard Living on Instagram and Facebook, New Standard Living, and Primal Vitamin Water on same Instagram and Facebook. And I'll be posting like flavors for the for the water, and quotes and stuff so far for the New Standard Living. And anyway, it was super fun talking to everybody, and I hope you enjoyed. And cheers to you, cheers to everybody, cheers to Stick Figure. It was fun. Have a good night.